trays.
We back.
Fuck.
Wow.
The clips.
Yeah.
What's on the gram?
Nah. Present. Go to present. Video. Yeah. Slide down. All right. So I guess we'll jump right into it, right?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So B Simone. I don't know what's the name of her podcast.
I can't call it. I don't know.
All right. Well, B Simone's podcast. Getting
I don't even know what she does. What does she do? Like, is she?
She was a content creator first.
What's that mean? Like making like clips, like almost like a Just Hilarious?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like her and Just Hilarious are like in the same lane. But I've never seen her on stage. Is she a comedian?
I don't think she's a comedian per se.
Okay.
Like she might make
just
funny videos
does
and
stuff.
then I believe she got
Was she on Wild Now?
She was on Wild Now.
Like a regular?
I believe so.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
All right.
And then, she went back to the content creation
So
space.
almost like a Drewski.
Now she's doing a lot of different things, I believe, now.
Okay.
After she got the look
I've never really
on
seen
Wild
her
Now.
in nothing yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she started like trying to start her new wave after.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know her name. Like her name kind of comes up because she does.
Yeah, it's basically on things she like being on other people's platforms.
Yeah.
And
but she's polarizing, which means that she's gonna have some staying power. Because she says things that triggers conversation. And honestly, there's 3 clips that we're gonna react to that, I've kind of had things to say about, not negative, I agree with some, I disagree with some, but we could go with any one of them first.
Oh yeah, that's the first one. We jump right into it.
Yeah.
I have this opportunity and I called you and I told you about it. And you were just like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was so convicted. I was so convicted.
You were like, I didn't like how I felt when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous?
Can we pause it?
And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous.
Because we went through all the emotions. Like, are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you had.
She said a lot, just that little part.
Okay.
Called her friend and, she just kind of didn't get the reaction that she wanted. And her friend called her back. B. Simone called her friend back and was like, can I, like she wanted to workshop her feelings with her in the middle of her celebrating her thing.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot from a friend, right?
Yeah, they do that.
People do that?
People do that.
I've never had that happen to me.
I've had that.
That's a terrible thing to have happen to you.
I think it depends on the person, right? So when like, let's say for instance, you're the guy that's okay just being like, yeah, I'm back here. All right.
I don't understand.
You don't have to be, everything doesn't have to be about you.
Okay. But you win.
Yeah, you could win.
Yeah.
But your win is your win. It's not like, yo, I won, right?
So you're humble.
Yo, I won, right?
So you're humble.
Yeah.
There's 2 guys that play the back. There's the guy that's humble, who plays the back, wins silently. Everybody see him winning. He's not going to be the guy in the front row. And it's the guy that plays the back, who just plays the back, and he's not winning. He's playing the back for a reason, because he's in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So, because if you win, people are going to know you won.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to say anything about it. Right? But depending on, like, you might have people that may need to make things about them. Right? So, when you got, and I think me personally, like I have a personality where it's like, yeah, you could have the shine, right? Like I'm not a lackey or anything like that. But yo, all right, you want to be all in the videos? That's fine. That's you. You could do that. I'll be in the back. I'll handle the back office shit. You could be all up and dancing in the cameras and stuff like that. And that's why I think, like I have, I people that have that type of personality, they may gravitate to me because I'm not fighting for space. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but
So how'd that look in your conversation when you called somebody with a win, and it was like,
it doesn't actually have to be a win. I had somebody. Like you could even have somebody tell something like negative. Yo, they find out something negative, right? They're like, yo, you was going through that? Yeah, I was going through that. Right? Yo, you ain't even fucking tell me, yo.
Disrespectful.
Yo. Nah, I was just keeping. And then the conversation went from, yo, I'm going through something. It's like we're focusing on why I didn't tell you about it.
okay,
I'm going. This is about me. This don't have nothing to. Why we focus? Like the conversation goes directly to, and it stays on the fact that you didn't say nothing to me about it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's like some certain people, it's about them, right?
They'll find a way.
And then usually people that are okay with it not being about them, people know like, all right, I need extra attention. He don't need it. I can get his attention and I can get my attention too. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, we had the conversation. We had a show about friendship, right?
Mhm.
And I brought up that TED Talks that I watched about the lady that said that did different kind of friends. I don't know them all off the top of the head, but there's the coach, there's the cheerleader, there's the mentor, there's the therapy. Like, you know what I mean? They're different friends for different reasons. You would call your cheerleader with your stuff, right? Like you would call, like, by at this age, we know who to call with a win, right?
Yeah, I do.
Like when we feel good and we want to win,
Yeah.
we want to like celebrate. We know who to call. We know who's gonna gas you up, make you. Maybe they're not great listeners or great with like advice or great with other things, but we all have our cheerleaders, right?
Yeah.
So maybe B. Simone isn't a cheerleader. Like she's not a cheerleader.
Oh,
Maybe.
No?
Um,
But for her to workshop it during her friend's win,
I think it's more selfish.
that's crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But you know the thing is, when life is about a person and that's all they know, that's what you could expect from them. You can't expect them to be any different, right?
Yeah.
If they moms, they girl, they family make it about them, it's like, all right, yeah, it's gonna be, and then if they give you that same type of energy, like, yeah, I understand, like it's always been about you.
So when you have that conversation with your friend that you were going through something with, and like you were going through something and you told them after, and they were like, why didn't you tell them? Why didn't you just be like, or in the future, why wouldn't you just be like, you're not good for that? I didn't need you then. I don't need you to get through things. I'll fill you in. I'm filling you in. I don't need you to get through things. I need you for this. I need you when I want to go out and I want to feel good about myself. I'll call you for that. Or we could talk sports, or we could talk this. I could call you when I got some downtime. But when I'm going through something, you're not part of my cabinet for that. Okay. So it's like, you my friend. I love you, but is that too honest? Especially if they expect to be in that slot. It's like, nigga, you're not good for that. You don't listen.
No,
You know
I
what
get
I mean?
it, but you know what? We all are who we are, right? And the same way I probably didn't say nothing before, I don't need to, I don't
Yeah.
need to make you feel bad about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna make you feel bad. Like, yeah, you're not that type of person.
Right.
Or, but if you feel like let's say somebody's telling you like, I would do that for you, I would do that to you, because you know, I know da 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 da, right? Yeah, what I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm that type of person, but you're not that type of person. I'm not gonna tell that person that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And we all are who we are, right? We're not the same, and some of us are the same, but we're not exactly the same. And then a lot of the times we attract our polar opposites in certain arenas, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to friends, when it comes to personalities, there are certain personalities that mesh together and certain personalities that don't mesh together. You understand what I'm saying? So I get it, and certain people, they if you don't have to, you're not gonna break it down to them because they really wouldn't understand it. It's not really that deep to them, right? They don't really understand the complexity or the deepness to why you do what you do. So it's like it's really no need for explanation.
Cool. You can play the rest of the clip.
I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not working together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that. Y'all, let me tell you something. Anybody that's in my circle, I want to work with you. I want to put you on. I'm putting you in position. I like doing it together.
You do.
How can we do this together? How can we make money together? How can we build together? How can we grow together? How can we all pitch in together? How can we be millionaires I want to do it together.
Yeah.
And there was a point in my life where I had that and it was crumbled. So I feel like since that has ended, that season, I've always yearned for it again. But it's just been a season of solitude for 2 damn years.
Maybe the longest season ever.
The longest season ever.
Yeah.
And I think, I know that's what it was. But I was so convicted. I called you right back. I was like, that's not right.
Yeah.
Like, your friend, she just told me she was doing something so bomb, so great. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
This has to get out of my heart.
For sure.
Like, what?
But if we just did that, nobody's looking for
quick?
the perfect friend.
Man.
I just want my friends to be aware.
And honest.
I'm okay if you feel a little jealous.
Address it and fix it.
Okay, sorry, stop. Yeah. She has to be like a fucking hater.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because one thing that I realize is this, right? I feel like I'm a very observant person, right? I don't say a lot, and I watch how people, interact, act, whatever, right? And one thing that I notice about, niggas could be haters, but when a nigga is up, that hate goes away, right? If you got a homie that's a hater, he hate on like, word, you got that shit real? That shit ain't, that shit is da 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 da. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when they up, they can congratulate. Yo, good shit, yo. You doing your thing, man. You know what I mean? You'll see a 180, right?
Yeah.
When they're up. But when somebody is up and they still hating, they're a fucking hater.
Yeah.
That's ultimate hater shit.
Hater.
When you're the like in your friend group, you're the person that is the most, like, say she's the most successful, and she still can hate on one of her friends getting an opportunity.
Well,
she's a fucking ultimate hater.
Is it hating, or is it like she think that she the son, like everything's supposed to revolve around her?
All right, you can say both. You can say both.
Yeah, I think if the opportunities ain't coming through her, she not really happy for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that could be
that goes to what I was saying before, as far as everything revolving around a person.
Yeah,
and that's how they expect everything to be. But if you can't be happy for someone that you call your friend, and you up and you got shit going for yourself, you got to be one of the worst. Right? I understand, like, yo, this is why, like, if when it comes to successes and things like that, I don't talk about a lot of stuff, right?
Wow.
If you see, you see. If you don't, you don't. I'm not gonna be like, yo, what's up? You saw my joint? You saw what I did? I did X, Y, and Z. All right, you see it, you see it.
Right.
And if you like it, you'll say, oh, that's dope. When you do that, oh, yeah, I did that.
Why are you like that? Why do you feel like you're like that?
Because I'm very mindful, because you never know what somebody else is going through. You never know where somebody else is at.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a cheerleader?
I think I'm a cheerleader. I think I'm a cheerleader for most people.
No, but I'm talking about like the whole time, like his whole, even like making your basketball team or anything like that.
Well, no,
like,
I mean, like from when I met,
No,
when I came
see,
around, I
like
think I would
Core
consider myself a
been
cheerleader.
around me when I was coming up too.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
I was
So
right
he's
there.
seen me
I was
through
right
my
there.
grind,
It's right there.
right?
Gotcha.
And
I think I'm a cheerleader. If you need me to be,
yeah, absolutely, right? And like, if the way our relationship is that he has an older brother, but it's like, yo,
absolutely. Yeah, that's
yo, Ronco, what you, yo, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And I think he feels like, all right, he's gonna give me some solid advice, even if I don't take it, whatever I go, whatever way, it's gonna be solid, right?
So
and
let
then
me
for him,
rephrase
like
the question
if something is going through, or I'd be like, or he's around when something going through, yo, that's good, you good shit or whatever like that,
for sure.
right? But I'm not the nigga to be like, yo, you see what I just did? You see what I got? You da da da.
Let me rephrase. Do you have a cheerleader? Have you had a cheerleader in your direct peer group that you feel, because
No, I don't. First, no. I'm not saying I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't need that.
So what made you feel like you want to shrink your wins?
It's not that I want to shrink my wins.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's not about shrinking my wins, right?
All right.
You just got a new purchase, right?
Mm.
Did you send it over to me like, yo, look what I'm got going on?
No,
I'm gonna come here and I'll see it when I see it, right?
And you be like about it, because it's like, it was kind of like, I didn't feel like I got hide it from you.
But also,
all right, no, but you ain't gonna be like, yo, see what I got going on? Yo,
somebody, I'm about to kill y'all niggas. You know what I mean? I'm about to kill niggas this. I mean, listen.
Right? You don't do that. Because you know, I'm your homie. I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see it. We'll have a conversation to come up where we'll talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't need to, and you don't need me to be like, yo, you don't need that from me, right?
Yeah.
But you know that if the shit is fly, I'm gonna tell you it's fly, right? When I see it, yo, I like that. Yo, that shit is dope. Yo, where you get that from? You know what I mean? Like, but I don't need to be like,
right. Because I think it boils down to like, your wins don't give me losses.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
No, of course not.
So,
but your win should be celebrated. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. We can't. So that's my point. When you think of it that way, right? Your wins don't get me losses. When you do have a win, I don't feel a way celebrating with you.
Yeah,
having a good time with you, motivating you to keep going further than where you at. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, son, killing these niggas. I might even, I might even put that level of battery.
Right.
And
because now we here.
You gotta remember, right?
Let's get it.
Your wins, right? They're only gonna mean the most to you anyway. You understand what I'm saying? It's not. It's gonna.
But your cheerleader is gonna like, nah. This just for us. Like, are you anybody's cheerleader?
For the day, we could. Yeah, I'm definitely.
I think I am.
Do you have someone that could call? No. Do you have a person that could call you?
No, I'm not. No.
Every time
I'm
they fucking win.
No,
every fucking little minuscule, molecule.
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that.
Okay.
First, all right. So I am the guy that you might speak to somebody else and they be like, "Oh, you GB. Yo, Ron told me." He's like, "Yo, da, da, da. He said this, that, and the third about you." It's not gonna be like, "Yo, you see what I got? Why you ain't compliment me on this or whatever? You ain't say nothing about
get that. It never reeks like
yeah,
that.
right. You don't think it don't reek like that? You don't know niggas that you don't know niggas.
Nah, I don't know.
You don't know niggas that be like, "Yeah, why you ain't give me a compliment on my shit?"
I already said I don't know nobody like that. I don't know nobody like that.
I ain't even say nothing about my shit, not about my shoes.
I don't know nobody like that.
Right?
I don't know nobody
But
like that.
yo, there are multiple people that I spoke to, other people that y'all probably even know that I gave y'all compliments about.
Oh yeah,
right?
I take them.
And that I think that's the way it should be, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
We don't need when you. I feel like when you need
So
a
no one
cheerleader,
needs-
you need
no
a
one
you
needs
need you need
No, I think
validation. Why you need
everybody-
you should be validated because you wanted to do it.
I believe
External validation.
I
is
believe
important.
in my personal opinion. Yeah, it would be great to have just even one cheerleader.
Who do you call when something good happens?
I got a bunch of people I can call when something good happens.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a cheerleader and somebody that will
Yeah.
motivate you to keep going.
Yeah,
There is a difference.
So
The cheerleader doesn't motivate. The cheerleader just just every touchdown, every first down, every freaking every
no
2-yard run.
Wait
every time
how
in the
you,
dirt.
How you expect
They're
me?
celebrating.
How if I'm
For
trying to
every-
win?
that's
If
what a
we all
cheerleader
sitting here, you trying to win, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win. I got time to keep cheerleading you when I'm still trying to do my own shit, my nigga.
But also,
we a team. Yo, we all doing our as a group. As a group, as a wait.
I'm sorry.
As a collective, right? If we're all trying to do things, right, and as a crew,
I'm just on
when
your
we
sideline.
show, right, when we go to places when we're all together, right, if we all look good as a collective, that's because we're all doing things. Nobody's sitting there like, I ain't doing shit, so let me just cheerlead GB or cheerlead cool.
I'm gonna get GB the Gatorade and all that.
Yeah,
ready.
I'm on the bench. Your water's ready when you come back. When you get parched, I got your water. I got your Gatorade for you. Now I ain't doing nothing.
Can I ask a side question?
Cool.
Let me, so since we're here, right? Married guy, you are. Do you consider yourself your wife's cheerleader?
Good question.
Not as much as she would want me to be. I don't see the value of it all the time to just be a cheerleader, because I feel like the cheerleader has to be a little bit more delusional, and because the cheerleader can't have anything negative to say, and sometimes I critique a little bit. Like if she has a new business venture or something happen at work, I feel like I lean towards being a little bit more objective because I have more invested. I feel like being a cheerleader to somebody, you got to be a little, delusional and a little less invested in the whole thing.
So when you say that, is that something you may want to change, or you think about changing, or you're good where you're at on the base?
I think I'm good where I'm at because I'm cognizant of when to shut up. Like I feel like being a good listener is a better quality than being a cheerleader. I feel like there are better qualities
Okay,
to.
well, that's just the word you
work on.
use. So we're just rolling with the word you use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bronco?
But you got friends or family that you just call to just listen to you. Like sometimes you just need someone to listen.
Okay.
I mean,
I think that's more important, and motivating versus cheerleading is more important.
Okay. So motivating is the coach. That's another friend.
I guess if you want to call it that. I want to have my peers, when they leave a conversation with me, they leave inspired to do something. Right? Or when I'm sitting down with my peers, I leave the conversation inspired to do something.
Right.
I don't need you to say, this is dope, that's fly, you did this, that was dope. What we doing going forward? Fuck what I did before. Fuck with a nigga guy or whatever. What we doing going forward? Because that's already been done. Right? So I think that's more important. But comes down to her, we're all human beings, right? And we're playing the game of life, right? And some people, they don't understand it. They don't understand that when it comes down to getting stuff and having stuff and being successful, it's ups and downs, highs, lows, whatever. But in life, if you have higher highs and higher lows, you're on the right trajectory, right? And it's not going to always be your season.
Yeah.
Right? So you might have moments where you like, damn, I'm not, I ain't got nothing going on. I got nothing cooking. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you're not hating on your homeboy, but it's like, yo, he in the season. He getting this thing. He doing this, he doing that, he doing that. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm coasting right now. You know what I mean? But some people, they would probably hate that. You know what I mean? Or they might not hate, or they might feel a way at the time. Like, I ain't really got nothing going on at this point. You know what I mean? It seemed like such and such shaking and moving. But they don't realize that, all right, you had your time. Last year, you was doing everything, right? You doing your thing last year, and now you did what you wanted to do, what you accomplished to do. Now you coasting. Now you retooling up for your next wave, and then you'll get to that. But then if you a hater, you can't be happy for nobody doing nothing because you not doing. You could have just fucking bought yourself the illest car, illest watch, or brokered the biggest deal or whatever in your life, and then somebody else do some other shit. You just don't like it. Like, because you're not involved, or you didn't make, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's hater shit.
So B Simone's a hater.
That's hater shit. Yo,
cool. Final word on it?
No, man, y'all got it, man. Y'all did that thing.
All right. What's the next joint?
Yeah, let's see what we got. Another B Simone clip.
Nah, they were talking.
I think she just I think she kind of knows how to kind of work social media, and she's in people's mouths. Pause. You know what I mean?
Yo, and
like right now.
I mean, I had to give her a little credit where she's not like scared to look bad. Because I know looking back at some of these clips, she had to be like, yo, edit that out. Some of these clips should have definitely been edited out the podcast.
You know the thing is too, right? A lot of people feel like, oh, if I say it and I express my feelings or whatever, at least I'm being honest. All right, but you still a hater. You said it.
Yeah.
And all right, at least you could deal with it.
Yeah.
Now, if you're better, if you take the understanding from that and like, yo, I gotta be better, that's cool. But most people will acknowledge the fucked up shit that they do, and they still do it in the future.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, I guess the next clip is the one with the friend talking about how she was struggling at one point and she didn't receive any help from her friend, and she felt like, all right, you're successful, or people felt like because she was successful, her friend should help her. So, the struggling joint, go up a couple. Yeah, that one. Let's do that one.
A celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this and your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got it, or they help. A celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got it, or they helping you. Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because whatever I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest. They're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right now.
So, what do you think about that, GB? I don't know, man. I don't know. Give me a question. I don't know.
You ever had a friend that you watched drown?
Oh, that's a strong question. No. Yes.
Why?
So in my case, it's been more than one. Well, it's one, and I'm watching one drown right now. We're getting drowned. I'm heavy as a friend. I'm heavy on the suggestions. When you're my friend, there's no short of suggestions, advice, motivation, and information.
Right.
That you get from my friendship. There's no shortage of that. It's an abundance. So when you come to me in a, let's just say, drown-esque situation, right? I'm going to deliver all of those twice.
Yeah.
Maybe even 3 times if I see. By like the 4th time, I've delivered motivation and inspiration and information, caring, love,
right,
suggestions.
And let's get to the same place that
it's kind of like
I'm at. Why I let the person drown? That person never listened, right?
They don't listen.
So you can't help who you can't
help
control.
Can't help who you can't.
Not control. Control is a foul word, but who ain't yo? If you want to do shit your way, you can't use my resources.
I mean that's the end result. Yes, GB. I mean that is the.
And that's really all it is. I think it all boils down to this. All these niggas that need help, they better know whoever is going to help you wants it done their way.
Oh, that's
because they think that you're a fuck up.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Because your way ain't been working.
Did you hear that?
We've been telling you about your way.
Ronco, you heard that?
No.
That's a great kind of analogy. You thinking about it. What you said? You was like, whoever's help you're taking. Well, no, advice. They want it done their way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I help you, I need you to listen to my advice to get it done my way so that we can do. Or else, I can't. I've watched you fuck this shit up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you my resources to fuck that up too. So that's basically saying like, yo, drowning. Let's do the analogy of drowning.
Okay.
You could kill 3 people drowning.
Definitely kill yourself. Person helping you. Who's the third person?
The other nigga helping you. you floating on top of them. You on their fucking neck in the fucking water. Like literally, that's why they call it drowning. Because drowning is contagious. The whole crew will drown under a nigga. Niggas will bring niggas out to the deep end and kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you can't help. Yo, fam. You got pregnant, you got evicted, you back at your parents' house. Boom. You got a place to live. You at your parents' house.
Because I think it's
let your daddy help you, bitch.
No,
like I can't do it for you.
You know what, GB? I think one of the key elements is help with a goal, right? Like help you do what? Right? Like let's say
help you listen to me. That's what help.
Right, but like, like for instance, right? Let's say somebody calls you and they need money. Right? Let's just go with the most American thing we could talk about, right?
Yeah.
Money. Somebody calls you and they say, hey, listen.
That's all it really is. All help is money.
Well, it's time and money. Money equals time. Yeah. It could be, I'm not against you. I'm just saying somebody calls you and says, yo, Ron, GB, I need to borrow, a little 500. First you're like, bro, $500. Like, the hell you need that for? What they use it for, need it for, automatically now puts your help in perspective, the help that you're going to give, right? Because if I call you and be like, yo, man, listen, you know what? How about this? GB, yo, I showed up to Miss Bonnie out here. Yo, I need such and such because I thought I had X for the costumes. I kind of need this. I'm gonna just get over to the, you know what I mean?
Right.
I only got this much cash on me.
Yeah,
Hold me
yeah.
down real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run, right? That's different than, yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, man, I was outside. I was playing cards. Or I was gambling. You know what I mean? Yo, I lost this. I need this.
I need a stack to go to.
I need this
to the strip club.
Let's just say I need this to pay this person back. You might automatically be like, "Are you really gonna play him? You know, pay him back? Or are you gonna go play my hand? I just sponsored your hands." So that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Help. So with the drown is that kind of ideology. It's a lot that goes into the whether you watch a friend drown or not. It sucks. It sucks having to do it. But like you said, you want it done kind of your way if I'm investing.
It's the unspoken thing. Like if we don't talk about it. Any thoughts, Ron?
It is.
No, I had a different perspective. About that personally on that particular clip.
Yeah.
I just realized that she might be jealous of that girl.
You think so?
Maybe, yeah.
We
always assume that, all right. And this is the thing, the most successful in the group or whatever, like some people are insecure. It might be something that person may envy about. You might not have what they have, but they might envy something about you. You don't even realize.
Yeah.
It, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's friendship, right? Knowing and seeing your friend struggling,
yeah,
and you could actually help them in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you don't got to totally get them out or whatever, but like no help, no nothing.
Lend a hand.
Yeah.
How many times do you get to help somebody?
I think you got a strong 3 in my world.
I don't know.
Possible 4, 5.
I feel like B Simone gave her a lot of grace. Cause she's like, yo, she could have been like, yo, I told you about that baby daddy nigga. I told you not to mess with him. I told you not to do this. I told you this. Like, yo, I walked you every way through you being in all these predicaments. I told you that these things were happening. I saw your downfall happening. I narrated it for you. Now you're here.
Is this a family member or her friend?
This is her friend.
All right, then, like, we're friends.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm a degenerate, you're my friend.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I was thinking that.
It's not like we're just blood, and you got to help me out because we're blood.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of thinking just now, like, damn. It's funny, Ryan. You actually led me right into what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, damn, son. Maybe not even 3 times is enough. I gotta just try to keep helping the nigga. You know what I mean? I can't. Then Ron leads right into that. I'm like, damn, that kind of.
You really just said that you're saving bread,
unless you're hurting me
for the summer. Like you're planning your life a certain way,
right?
Just to bail out someone who doesn't.
Well, listen. I would say this, right? Not all help at that point has to equal money. You're not going to keep burning me with over money.
Yeah.
But as far as time,
what if it's a friend that's constantly moving into 2-bedroom apartments on the 2nd story, and they constantly calling you? They call you twice a year to help them move. That's time. So you got all the time in the world. You bringing them couches up and down the stairs.
You come lift couches.
Be like, nah, I got something to do today.
Yeah. Or
I might not have shit to do.
Yeah, you're just not doing
today. I got something to do.
Yeah, facts. Or yo,
you know
my nigga, you know what, my nigga, I need you to buy.
I feel like that was the first help.
I want to eat.
No. Nah.
I want to eat.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
The first help was a ride. Remember when everybody didn't have a car at first, and then you get that friend that just like, now I got a car, we got a car.
See, okay,
and that ride home from work, and that ride home from everything, and that come scoop me. But they steady spending their money while we're paying gas, putting insurance in. You like, yo, why don't you go? Tax return time come around, and you be like, yo, why don't you buy a car? But they spend their money on other shit, and then now you still
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, there are people that make decisions. There are friends that make bad decisions, right? But there's you can't not tell me. If you see one of your friends struggling like she said she was struggling, say, yo, my car got repoed. I'm on welfare.
How you gonna be on welfare and you live with your parents? I think she's putting sauce on it. You said she's back at her parents' house.
They could be
so why don't your mom and daddy help you?
They could be poor too.
I got you.
But
back at square one.
Yo, bro, like if any of my friends came to me and said, "Yo, shit is fucked up," like fucked up. It's not like, "Yo, I don't like this job. I don't want to stay here. Can you give me some money just to hold myself over because I don't want to work here no more?" No, you got to work there because you don't got no money. But if you saying like, "Yo, bro, shit is fucked up for me. My kids ain't got shit to eat. I'm broke. I ain't got nothing." Like, yo, bro, how you gonna say no? I can never say no to any. I can never say no
It's
to
hard.
any friend.
It's easy to say no to somebody who don't help themselves. It's hard to help people who don't help themselves.
That's a fact.
But that's what I'll be.
can't care more
Wait.
than you.
Okay, no. The way I would do it. First, what you need, all right, I got you. That's the first time. Now the second time, it'll be, I'm trying to help you with an opportunity versus money to get you out of the position.
Here goes these cans. You turn these. You know what I mean? These water bottles.
Well, guess what? Hey.
Bring these to the spot.
It's all right.
Yo, and then
at the very least, nigga, fuck it.
That's
right.
how. That's
like
and
days on Tuesday.
that's a, you know that's
a little extra on that.
That's a gym is you have to put people on the spot. Okay. Put them on the let them create their own.
I'm with you on that
Shit, right? You give them opportunity.
Yeah.
They say no. All right, then that's it. Then you don't really want to do shit.
That Willy Wonka shit. Like I ain't got no golden ticket for you, nigga. I ain't got no time for that shit. I'm doing my own shit. I don't got it. I don't got none of this. Niggas I don't got no magic opportunity for you, my nigga. Like, yo, I could give you this, and please don't ask me for this again.
No, but
like I'm a regular nigga. I'm a peer. Peer-to-peer help is kind of fickle.
Yeah, but also
it is very fickle.
With that, it should be also peer-to-peer help could also be very honest. You can be very straightforward.
Well, all right.
Like you said.
It depends though, right? So let me ask you this, cool? And you could answer this afterwards. Do you feel comfortable letting any and all of your friends know when something bad is happening?
It depends. Bad happening like for your life? Hell yeah. Like for your life.
No, let's just say you fell on hard times financially, and you be like, yo, shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
I need money. I can't pay my bills this month.
I didn't pay it next month, nigga. Pay it next month.
All right, so listen. I would say this, right? I would say this. I've been in some tough debacles in my life as far as finances are concerned. Nobody's ever paid my bills.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've never. No. Like, yeah. I won't have any bills. I won't have any bills. If I'm broke, I don't have bills.
Were you comfortable telling everybody what's going on?
I think you can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could. Yeah. All right. You could say that, right? But let's just say,
right?
God forbid now, right? They know your life now. And trust and believe.
Wait, what's that?
People know your life, right? And they know you're not in the same space that you were before, right? You're older, you're more stable, all that stuff like that. Not none of the youthful shit, right?
Okay.
Knowing how friend groups are,
right?
If you said something now, would you keep it to yourself? If something happened now?
So I almost want to say yes. The only reason why I want to say yes is why I would keep it to myself is because I know nobody's going to really help me.
Why though?
Because
do you let me add on to that question.
Yeah.
Are they gonna talk about it? Or are they gonna not help you and keep it to themselves? Or are they gonna not help you and then go tell another nigga like, yo, you know this nigga coy.
Well, listen. Well, see, that's why you have to be very careful with who you share these things with. Right? So you got to go to that your number one person. You know, that number one person is like
your confidant.
Yeah, it's like, yo, bro, I'm kind of fucked up with the brand. I don't know how I'm gonna finish whatever case was. Now, I don't expect much from that person. If he got some information where it's like, yo, listen, have you tried this? Did you go to this? Whatever. I'm taking that. You know, nah, my nigga, I ain't thinking that. I bet I'm gonna try. But yeah, like it would only go past maybe one, you know, my first part of the circle, and maybe the second person I have in mind. But after a while, it's like, nah, nobody's gonna pay attention. Nobody's gonna help me.
Yeah, I'm kind of
take me
way cool on that. Like, kind of like what I'm gonna do. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I got people I can lean on, you know, in the spot. But I feel like those people would I feel like I would feel better coming to somebody if they see me helping myself, or I come with a plan. You know what I mean? That's the gutter. That's the drain.
I'm about to.
Yeah. I don't hear it. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, weather ain't holding up, so I guess we're good.
No, I'm saying it's kind of starting and stopping. We got a little bit of spitty rain.
Yeah. We outside.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like I said this before, you know, like we're all, you know, we're all trying to do shit. We're trying to progress. Depending on your friend group, you know, most friend groups are trying to be progressive, but I think there's, you know, some cats, they compete too. So like it's not the illest shit in the world, but when niggas hear like, oh, the nigga not up no more. Oh, you know? You know what I mean? And it's more of a talking point than like, all right, what are we gonna do to help this nigga? Like, yo, can we get this nigga a job? Should we try to help him get a job or something? You know, should we give him out, you know, tell him this or that or whatever? It's more or less about like, hey, you know what happened? Yo, such and such girl, he going da-da-da. Yeah, man. He's talking all that shit before.
Does some of that play into how you treated it while you was up?
I guess so. It could be.
Right. It's kind of like if you played it up in dudes' faces and all of that, like, you know, if you had that type of aura.
And that's another reason why you don't.
You know?
This is why you don't need no cheerleaders, right?
No cheerleaders.
You don't need cheerleaders because when it's nothing to cheer for, it's like,
no, that person is not that like he's not the friend for you at that moment. When there's nothing to cheer for, then it's like, all right, you just double back, and then when you're building back up, that's the person that's going to help you build back up and going to build your confidence and build you back up. So you do.
If you got a cheerleader, if you're looking for a cheerleader,
right?
By default, you're gonna have a hater.
I can't.
But if you, I think if you keep your wins to yourself,
right?
You don't need that. You up, you down, you sideways, whatever. Nobody's gonna be like, yeah, I think it's talking. Yeah, you heard about when he was doing this, that, and the third, but you ain't hear nothing now, right? Yeah. Going on. You know what I mean? So, because we all have seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we good, sometimes we okay, sometimes we down. But again, if we're going on the uptrend, or overall, we still gonna have some lows. We, you know, higher highs, higher lows.
Definitely. So we got one more clip. Cool.
We got two. We actually got two more. We got
more. Okay.
The one more from Simone B, and another from Tate and.
Oh, okay.
With a celebrity.
Yep.
That one.
Not that one.
Sorry. I'm trying to move a lot at the same time.
H&M. This is the one that's you know, going viral a lot. You know what I mean? B Simone.
Finances, like the budgeting. You see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah,
like I've.
And this kind of goes to what I'm saying.
Right.
As far as like when you need that cheerleader and you up, it's all good. But when those moments happen, when you do have that sideways time, that idle time, that downtime, people are gonna celebrate.
I mean, he's still your friend, so they're still gonna have like a baseline of friendship. You're still gonna talk sports or talk other things with them, but you know when I'm back in Broomies, that friend is gonna be like, "Yo, back. I remember when you was, you know what I mean? Like, cause I'm people like I have a couple of friends where I feel like I'm their cheerleader. I feel like, yo, we taking shots, we going out, we gonna celebrate, we gonna talk about it for a couple of days. Like, yo, if someone gets a promotion or gets a win, gets off of child support, any kind of anything, gets a new car, let's celebrate, man. Like, let's. I feel like, yo, it feels good when it happens for you, and I feel like I want to make certain like I'm not like that for everybody, but there are certain people where it's like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna accept this role. As,
Why is it
you
not
know,
like that for certain people though?
Why is it like that for certain people? Because you probably feel because in my case, I feel like other people get that from other people, and I don't got the energy for everybody. I don't have the energy to be that person for everybody. But and then the other thing is, I feel like certain people get that from other people.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
So they don't need it from me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And in some case, you are gonna get it from me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, kids is graduating, season, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I like making people feel good. It's good to celebrate wins. It's good. And I like it when I receive it. You know, everybody likes a little praise, right?
What if you didn't get it? Would you still feel the same way if you didn't get it back?
You don't have to necessarily get it from that person. As long as you get it, it feeds that energy. Yeah.
So like
Yo,
a
bro,
cycle.
if you playing the game, you play sports. If you scored and no one cheered, it would feel weird, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. It would feel
Well,
like, yo, if you were even at the
no.
park, even at the
No.
park,
When
if
you
you're at the
play
park
sports,
scoring,
when you
yeah,
play sports,
yes.
right?
Mhm.
When you play sports, right, and you score, you know who's cheering for you? Your, let's say, your parents or somebody like that.
Yes.
Everybody else is cheering for the team,
Right.
right?
Right.
So for me, that tells me that your cheerleader should be the internal.
But we also agree that with child psychology, when we're talking about raising kids, we also agree that there's a certain age where your parents are the biggest thing in your life. And then when that kind of, separates, where it becomes your peers become, it's almost like a bridge. I would say I think we agree that about 12 or 13 is the bridge where
You get fucked up.
outside validation, no,
And that's
outside
where you get fucked
validation
up.
matters more than your inside validation. I'm not saying it's a 0 to 100, but it could be a shift like 52-48. And that's when you need friends on your team, or you need people. That's when you need your friends to, kind of validate you a little bit more too, make you find your place in the world, help you be,
Yeah.
up. You know
I hear what you're saying, but
Right.
the only people that could really be unconditionally happy for you are probably your parents.
Right.
You could have a friend.
I didn't say anything about unconditional. You're just saying
Most parents
yeah.
can feed you positivity and limit the negativity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You could show me a star athlete, a popular streamer, a musician that's popular, that got mad love, that get mad cheerleads.
Mm-hmm.
And I could show you a good portion of haters that they have. When you're a kid and you're getting that validation inside, it's just straight positive. It's mainly straight positivity and discipline. right?
Yeah.
You get correction when you do something wrong, but you get pat on the backs when you do something right. You get correction. You could do nothing wrong once you pass that point, you start looking for validation from your peers. You're going to get validation. You might get validation from your peers, but you're definitely, when it comes to that, it's going to be somebody that does not like what you're doing because they're not doing it, or they feel like they're not getting the shine, or somebody else. It's going to happen. That's just the way of the world. You could just do the numbers. You could look at social media, whatever. You look at any comment section. I don't care. There's no comment section on social media that does not have a negative comment.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Well, why focus on that? Like, why
I think
even
you need
pay that
to.
any attention? Why even focus on that?
I think you. Well, no, you could do that, but you already open yourself up if you're already looking for validation. If you're open for the good, you're going to be open for the bad. There's no way somebody could set their mind up to just be like, I'm only taking good stuff. I could block out all the bad shit. So, and that's why I feel like you internalize the success. Or, I don't think you need to hide, but you be humble about your successes. Because at least with that, sometimes niggas will feel fucked up if they know you humble all the time, and if something does go bad for you, they're not rooting for your downfall. Niggas be rooting for niggas that are successful, root for their downfall because of the way that you won, how that shit made them feel. And you might not even know how it made them feel. So you never know where another person is, right? Even that nigga that is your trick. It's some dudes out here that got cheerleaders that are secretly hating on them niggas. So I'm very wary of shit like that.
Accept the love, man. Take the love. Look at Mitch. Mitch took the love, man. All them loved him, man.
And killed him. Right?
Cool. We got one more clip, man. Got this rain, yo.
Courtesy of Tyrone. Shout out to Ty.
Shout out to Tyrone, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched.
He wants to kind of manipulate the algorithm. So I was like, let's do a clip. I'm sorry. You can give a preface on this.
Yeah. So Andrew Tate and Bonnie Blair, I think.
Bonnie Blue.
Bonnie Blue. Yeah. Everybody knows who Andrew Tate is. He's the Red Pill commentator. Got a couple of cases right now. Very polarizing. Bonnie Blue is the shorty that I think she's the porn star. She's the one that made the news for like blazing like 100 niggas.
1,000.
Wow.
I think it was a record.
Wow, rack. Yeah. Well, yeah, she broke records of tools that she took. So yeah, like I watched like 45 minutes of it.
What, of her video?
No, of them talking. And I just felt like they're both such degenerates that they actually agreed. Like they came into this thing thinking that they were gonna be polar opposites, but they actually ended up agreeing on a lot more things than not.
Okay.
Yeah. From what I saw. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be for me to sit here and say, Bonnie, who's honest, who monetizes it directly with her own media empire, who's upfront about it and makes money from it, is a worse person than the girl who walks around like she's goody two shoes and then sucks in a Magaluf toilet? Because that's what most girls are doing anyway.
All right. Quick clip.
Yeah.
And
he was giving her props. Like he was just saying that she's more honest about things because she's upfront about being a whore, and he's alluding her to like decent women who are saying that they're whores behind closed doors. I don't know. I watched it. I guess, I think on paper they should have disagreed more, but I feel like once you're so far right or left, you just meet on the other side of the world. You just meet on the other side of, of Earth.
That's a crazy way to think about it, right?
Like, and I guess really, it was the first time I actually ever saw anything like that. Like on paper, they're supposed to disagree on every positive thing.
Why do you feel that?
She's an ultra product of feminism, and he's the ultra product of.
She's an ultra product of feminism.
Yeah, my body, my choice. I could do whatever I want to do. Women's
Oh
liberation.
yes.
I could monetize sex. I could do anything I want to do, basically, and be treated like a regular woman. Like I could just do the worst, most vile things in the world on camera, whatever, and I could just sit down next to women who haven't made those mistakes and be treated equally. She honestly feels like that.
I don't think he said that. I
Yeah,
don't think he
of
said
course.
that. I don't think he said that.
No, I think no, that's her take. She said that. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
but
no, that's her take. His take is all of y'all are whores, so fuck all of y'all. And I appreciate I appreciate you more because you're being upfront about it.
Not I don't know. I don't know if he ever said that.
And the world needs women like you because we don't need women anyway.
Okay. Not, I'm not gonna say I'm super, I've seen a lot of clips of Tate, and I don't know everything he said in full length.
I know, nigga. That's a disclaimer. I know,
right? But from what I do know, is that he's not talking about all women per se. He talks about the fact that women feel like they deserve certain privileges and things like that men get, and they don't have to put in the work that men have to put into. Right? Let's just say one of his most viral clips is about how a man has to work his ass off to become rich, become successful in order to get a pretty chick, but a chick just has to be pretty.
Right.
But he's talking about that woman that got that man because of her beauty and her sexuality, but she didn't really do anything, but she expects the world, right? And she feels like she should be treated a certain way, even though she's with that dude because of what he has or how successful he is, right? But I think the comment, the reason why he gives her grace is because, like, she knows that, like, yo, I'm a sex worker, and that's it. It is what it is. I'm not trying to portray to be anything else, right? But when a woman portrays to be like, you want me to treat you, you want me to treat you the way I treat my moms, but you're nothing like my mother. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're here because you're attractive. I have money. I want to sleep with you, and you're willing to sleep with me or do whatever I want you to do because I have money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can understand where he gives her some grace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I watched it. I felt like I lost brain cells. On paper, like I said, it was supposed to be the perfect, heavyweight fight. She's a complete clown, and I just felt like he just played into the bullshit, and he really couldn't speak on too many things because he got open cases on him, so he couldn't lean as far as he wanted to. But yeah, much to do about nothing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, man. We can bring us on, man.
All right, so we getting rained out right now. I don't know if y'all can see it, but we're gonna wrap it up right now. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey podcast. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please do at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S, Whiskey. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Cigars the Ensign Whiskey podcast. Again, Cigars the Ensign Whiskey podcast. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Also, hit the bell for notifications so you know when we have new content coming out. Corey Cool, please let the people know where they can find you.
Yo, cooluniversity.com. I got mad shit on there.
All right. And with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.